Hey everyone, welcome to the Vic Fix. I'm super excited about today's episode because today we have a legend in the studio, DJ Lloyd. This man has done it all from winning awards to playing to thousands of events, entertaining celebrities across the globe, as well as traveling to multiple continents. But what's even more inspiring is his story and the genuineness and the passion that he brings to the dance floor. So let's jump right in and let's get this podcast started. DJ Lloyd, it's such a pleasure and an honor to have you in our studio today. Thank you so much for coming to the Vic Fix.
I must say, I'm really proud of what you have right here, Vic. Like, really nice, and it's always good talking to you.
You
The
have,
studio looks
yeah.
so lovely and warm, yeah?
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you. You have been an inspiration for me. I've been personally following your journey for a very long time. And I've spoken to quite a few of your friends,
Oh, I
your
hope
well
good or bad.
wishers. No, they all have just one thing to say about you, that you're a great human being, and you place your friends above everyone else. So we will jump into a lot of interesting aspects of Lloyd's career and family life and his personal life as well today. So let's dive right in. I have heard that your DJ career literally started off by accident.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
So, I was first actually a marketing guy, working for a travel agency, and during one such, there was a party where we were called by one of the companies called Cox and Kings.
Okay.
For where they call out the travel agency, and then I took a friend of mine who did his ticketing course. So I
Okay.
thought maybe he can come along and then he meet people and get a job. But
Yeah.
we went. It was quite far,
Yeah.
and on an empty road on Banargata, there was just us and the auto, and the guy went straight into the auto. The auto came over what happened, and then I met with a serious accident. I almost lost my life. I was in hospital for 9 months, around
Oh.
7, 8 operations. I was bedridden, couldn't walk, but I must say I'm here because of my family.
What year was this in?
I think this was be some 30 years back. Yeah.
And how did you bounce back into the music
Oh, I was
side
never
of it?
never
Right.
inclined to be a DJ. All
Okay.
my schoolmates and all my friends were DJs,
Right.
and I was never into DJing. I always thought they were like the superior beings, and I used to love their craft. I used to love to dance. I mean,
Okay.
I used to jive very well. So I went to what I say, one of the pubs. Like
Right.
after my accident, I was standing, and then to be honest with you, when you're a little bit of little handicapped, not many friends or people stop by to say hi to you because they feel they're a burden, and this is an honest truth.
Right. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there was one DJ, his name was Gerard,
Okay.
who I didn't know much, called me to the pub, and I was so happy that somebody actually called me. So somehow I managed to get an auto, and with my crutches, I went to a pub called Night Watchman,
Right.
and I went there. It was a Friday night, and Gerard didn't turn up. The owner, Mr. Suresh, was very sweet, and he asked me what happened.
Huh.
I said, no, so I'm waiting for DJ Gerard.
Huh.
So Gerard didn't turn up till around 9. Then he said, can you play some music? And those days, every pub had
Yeah.
a little, some tapes and some CDs
In-house.
in-house.
Yeah.
Every pub
Yeah.
and thing had that.
Okay.
So I was like, sir, first thing, I have no clue about all this. Because I see all my friends, I don't want to name a couple of DJs who are still in the light.
Yeah.
When I used to ask them for a request, they'll say, don't disturb me and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
so then the washer boy of that place showed me how to operate the two Sony players,
Okay.
like which is Q, which is stop. That was there, and they had a small little mixer studio master.
Okay.
So I learned whatever I played that night.
Yeah.
Then Saturday again I went back.
Right.
He
And
called me.
Gerard was still missing.
Gerard was still not
Yeah.
there,
Right.
and Gerard came back on Sunday,
Okay.
and he was like, "This is Gerard's typical words, right?"
Yeah.
I don't know for people who understand. He said, "Oi, thank you so much. You saved my job. I told the owner I sent you
Huh.
to play."
Okay.
So,
Nice.
so then I was
Yeah.
like, okay. Then after that, I 2 weeks I didn't go. The owner, Mr. Suresh, thanks to him.
Yeah.
Those days, Yellow Pages. He found out where I worked. He called the office and said, "People asking for you. Where's the other DJ as well?" So, so he said, "Why can't you work?" I said, "My ethics are more important, my friend."
Yeah.
So he said, "No, both of you. At least I'll have one DJ every day." So I went and met Gerard there, and he was like, "Oh, superb. Then I can take off whenever I want." So I used to go in the morning to Night Watchman, to
Right.
Jemma Travels
Yeah.
on MT Road.
Yeah.
And then from there, night watchman was close by. So every evening, 7 o'clock, I used to go there and just pass my time.
Yeah. Yeah.
There I used to play, and then so that's how it used to be
Got
for
it.
fun.
Got it.
You know.
Got it.
Then
So
finally,
night watchman was your first
night was
residency.
my first residency.
Yeah.
But I
Right.
assisted, like there was DJ Praful. Once I assisted him, I was sitting behind and rewind with tapes with the Reynolds pen.
Yeah.
And I had to rewind, listen to a song, and give it to Praful, and he would play. So yeah, I did all those things. Good fun, and we had some real good fun. I'll tell you, Night Watchman was like it was family to all of us. The people who came, they were family,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I used to play a lot of rock, like So Gerard used to do all the other stuff,
Got it. Got it.
and we used to just have fun, basically.
Yeah.
Basically, it was good fun.
So now let's rewind a little back, okay? And let's actually try and identify a point in your life wherein the first time you were introduced to music.
Music, I mean, we were born and brought up with music,
Yeah.
so we used to have Auja speakers we'd pick up from SP Road or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm a huge fan of Elvis Presley. And I used to love a lot of rock.
When you're
music
growing up.
when
Yeah,
growing up. Yeah,
yeah.
for us, country music, Elvis Presley. Then I used to do a lot of break dance, so Michael Jackson. Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit of moves is
Yeah,
there, I think
yeah.
so. So,
Yeah.
like I have a word on my thing says, when everything else fails, music speaks.
Yeah. There's another question that I put together. You have witnessed 3 decades of music in Bangalore. Which decade was your favorite and why?
I think the early 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That time, I know music was good. The crowd was nice. People used to actually come there for the music,
Yeah,
listen to it,
right.
And there was a little connection. You'd feel, and most time you would play something and people would not hear it. They would like it and they
Yeah.
say thank you.
Yeah.
So we used to do a lot of research on your LimeWire and all. So those were the days I feel was the
best.
the golden years. I would call them the golden years because the kind of crowd which came. Even now, you go to an old Bangalore party,
Right.
you feel that vibe.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yeah.
there for the music. They are on the same page, and there's
Yeah.
a vibe which happening.
Yeah.
And now it's everybody just want to take out the phone
Phones
it's-
and
it's
record
like
everything.
The value is
Yeah.
not there anymore.
I was speaking to some of your friends earlier on today, and they told me that Lloyd is a big foodie. If it comes to anything regarding to food, he will even drive 2 hours to get the shawarma through peak traffic and just go there, have that, and come back. So tell us a little bit about your.
Oh, that's actually not true. I like to experiment with new food. I'm very, very particular about the food I have.
Yeah.
But I like to explore unknown places. For example, you're talking about shawarma, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there's a place in Ijipura.
yeah.
There's a couple who
Okay.
actually come out in the evening.
Yeah.
Small little shack, house. Outside
Yeah.
the house, they put the shawarma thing.
Huh.
And I feel that's one of the best shawarmas you can have in Bangalore.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
We
so,
should try this.
So I
Yeah,
promote. So example,
Yeah.
your Malika biryani. So
Yeah.
Malika biryani started
Yeah.
small, right?
Correct. Correct.
So there are a lot of these restaurants where I go see the food is good.
Yeah.
I take all my friends and go. So I
Super.
believe. So I have a thing I can't eat on my own. Even
Yeah.
when it's with my office, if I order something, I'll order for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I believe in sharing and
Right.
whatever, and sharing that experience basically.
Absolutely.
So then we go to different places. I have some friends, a lot of event managers and all that
Yeah.
stuff over there. We have seen it, done that, done. So the party scene doesn't excite us more. So what we do is we take off on a drive
You
just to
indulge
taste some
in food
biryani. It's
instead.
basically a drive. It's just an outing,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
that happens on the way.
Yeah.
Like
Meet
I was
up
talking
with
about
some good
Malika
food.
biryani,
Yeah.
and during lockdown, I had a studio, right?
Yeah,
So I came
yeah.
up with the green studio. So a
Yeah.
lot of event managers and artists all came. Malika biryani was like a everyday thing. People came to my studio just to have Malika biryani. And now today, Malika biryani is so huge, and all my friends say, bro,
Yeah,
see
they
all your...
opened a new
Yeah,
outlet.
so all my friends keep saying, bro, see your money where it is. For example, there's another biscuit called Malkist, okay?
Yeah, I know this. Yeah, I've had
So-
this at your place.
So our
Yeah.
friend Felix and I must say
Yeah.
VJ Harish, okay?
Yeah.
So they saw me like spending this money. So Felix and Harish were like, bro, you're running a studio.
Yeah.
All the money you get, you're just feeding people.
Yeah.
What do you make out of it? I'm like, it's okay, bro. And all that.
Yeah.
So they went to Metro and they found this Malkist.
Malkist.
biscuit
Yeah.
And said,
yeah.
Lloyd, I think this will be really good for you.
Yeah.
So Felix and Harish came and kept it on my table and said,
Yeah.
this is what you're going to be serving from now on. And then people just loved it, and that became such a big hit. I had to like order 20, 30 boxes. And people would come to the studio and bro, Malkist is there. I'm like, you
Yeah.
came to see me or see the, So I promoted a lot of these places. So that's why the foodie part would have been there.
So we are gonna get a lot more stories as the conversation proceeds. I think we just got started. See, as a touring DJ, you have played at a lot of countries and a lot of continents across the globe. If I would want you to pick one place, which was your most memorable, what would your choice be?
There are quite a few places, I must say.
Okay, so
Yeah,
probably
I've been
let's
to,
go for
like,
2 or 3.
Like I've been
Yeah.
to some 22 countries,
Yeah.
and lot of places are there. But yeah, I would think a party for Titan in Istanbul, which was by the river.
Yeah.
It was one of the most happening 6-hour party,
Okay.
and it was crazy, the party. So I think that was like one of my memories. And the other one I think was the castle as my backdrop in Spain.
Oh wow.
A
Okay.
couple of places I played in the castle and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So those are things. Island was nice as well. Yeah. So
Yeah.
been touch wood. I've been an accident. Life turned into something really good.
No, see, that's brilliant. I think it just shows that if you do anything with 100% passion, then automatically everything will fall in place. And that's why
Yes.
you're one of my role models as well. You're very inspiring. Back in the days, Bangalore DJs, after they used to finish their gigs, they all used to head over to Shivaji Nagar and hang out at Savera Cafe. And these sessions used to go on well till 5 or 6 in the morning. So do you have any memorable experiences that you would like to
there
share?
is so much. There is there were fights. That was our life. After all the DJs finish, so we all would just catch up at a place called Munswami first.
Yeah.
The famous Munswami.
Yeah.
And we would have so much of fun. Would start at say 12 in the night and go until 6. We used to go back home when everybody started jogging. So
Got it.
every day all of us used to hang around together. So we used to go in a big group.
Yeah.
And I don't know what there was about puppets.
Yeah.
As soon as that puppet came, everybody would fight for it.
All the DJs fighting for Papad.
Exactly. So many of us, like Rolly, myself, Rocky,
Yeah.
Sherwin. There were quite a few DJs.
Yeah.
All of them used to come. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
And pulling one another's legs. And,
Yeah.
it was really
Right. You did mention that there were some fights in there as well.
many. You used to see on the road, a lot
Okay.
of, MG Road, right?
Right.
So suddenly
Yeah.
a lot of people fighting, this,
Yeah.
that, and all. So it was the entertainment, bro. Those days there was not much internet, there was not much thing. This
Got
was
it.
entertainment for us. Every
Yeah.
day something would happen there.
Yeah.
And Munswami was hilarious as well.
We'll come back to Munswami a bit later because there's a lot of hype surrounding this name.
Munswami. whole
So
whole
we are
Bangalore.
going to
that is,
come
yeah.
back to that. So one of your friends also told me that whenever you travel abroad for gigs, you don't let your family members know when you're coming back. Is this true?
It's very true. Most of the time. You know why? I have a wife who comes up with a whole lot of pranks. I could show you, I could show you pictures of her. Anyway, I don't want to put, but she's up to all the mischief, and
Okay.
I get very
Can you
embarrassed.
put the photo up on the podcast later?
I'm not sure. She does some crazy things. Like once she's come with all my nephews and all that stuff, and another friend called Beyond.
Okay.
He's another
Yeah.
mischief.
Yeah.
He's like a brother from another mother,
Yeah.
and he's the CEO of Wings Events.
Okay.
So up to all the mischief there.
Yeah.
So we all family. So
So I heard that at one time she had come dressed in a burqa.
yeah, she came.
And you landed and you walked out of the terminal and she came and she held your hand and you were like, who's this lady?
Yeah, she was like, "Kya ji, bahut din ke baad aaya." I'm like, "Hey, kaun hai this that full?" I was like, when it was, I figured out it was Amanda. Just to embarrass me,
Yeah.
would come with a placard saying, "DJ Lloyd,
Yeah.
India welcomes you."
Okay.
Okay, Bangalore welcomes you, and then come put a garland.
Right.
And that day, one time she came dressed up with full formal clothes.
Yeah.
Went to my office, took all the walkies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all my nephews were somewhere dressed up shabby. And she comes and says, Eagle One, the sparrows arrived. They come frisk, and they put a garland on me and broke tender coconut and the was. Why last
This
month?
happening in the airport.
Yeah, 2 months back. Not in 2 months back. Yeah, when November. I
Right.
went 5th, 6th November. I came back.
Okay.
She came dressed up like a Christmas tree. My kids with Christmas trees. And then Munswami, DJ Munswami, DJ Lloyd Munswami, and she did a dance with another girl called Rebecca, and my kids were there. But my daughter was the sweetest during that time. She said,
Right.
"Daddy, I wanted to come to the airports. I was playing along,
Yeah.
but I was not part of that." So wife does all
So
these things. So
cute.
I try to avoid telling the wife when I'm
Yeah.
coming.
But I'm sure that they find out. They call your travel agent and find out.
She has her ways, but most of the time, otherwise I don't shop for her. So I don't know if people know this more than foodie. I have a weakness to buying shoes. I buy shoes
Yeah.
just for the sake of buying shoes. And I have shoes and clothes which I don't wear. It's still with tags on. I
Wow.
give them out. So my I might sound thing, but
Yeah.
my thing is when I'm a little sad or little down, whether I go shopping or just
Okay.
go and
Yeah.
splurge on shoes. So if you go to my car right now, I'm not lying. I'll sit right here. There'll be at least 5 to 6 pairs of shoes, and other 3 pairs I can't wear. I don't wear. So my son now, I'm happy actually.
He started wearing your shoes.
No, he started wearing it, and I was feeling really bad because he took all my shoes
Yeah.
at one time, and now his feet are bigger than mine. He's only 14, so I'm like happy.
So the shoes are back
Yeah.
to where they belong.
No. He's taken said I bought separate.
I also had a conversation with other of your friends, and they mentioned that you used to hand out CDs or pen drives to people who you identified in the crowd that they were vibing or growing with your music. And you took it one step further by ensuring that you sent away all your wedding guests with personalized CDs.
Oh,
Right?
the personalized CD was for my wedding.
Okay, great.
So I made. So what else can a DJ do? You want some music, right? So you're trying to figure out what to do, and
Yeah,
so I must tell you about the CD also.
Yeah.
That's a nice story. I'll tell you about.
Yeah.
So you're wondering what to give. Usually they give out some, kind of some small little gift or something. I
correct.
said, listen,
Or a plant. or
let's give
something.
something where people remember us.
Yeah.
So my wife and me met during a show itself. After 3 years, we met again, and then
Huh.
things happened. So
Yeah.
so we want to spread the love. So
Yeah.
of course a DJ knows how to play good
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
He knows how to set the mood.
Yeah.
So the first time I met my wife,
Yeah.
I had an old late at the car.
Yeah.
And I said, like, what kind of music you want? And then I would choose the CD,
Crazy,
put it in
yeah,
my bloody
yeah.
CD won't read sometimes.
Yeah.
So I want to give a CD. So I made a set of CDs, and those were LimeWire.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
don't know if you downloaded from LimeWire.
I have.
So
I
I
have.
must tell you about this, okay?
Yeah.
So there was a song by Daniel Rose. It says like I went looking around, then I finally found you, and blah
Okay.
blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So I wanted the song to be on the thing. So when you download from LimeWire, sometimes you remember you used to get that Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton. I did not sleep with that
Yes.
woman. I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my brother-in-law usually used to help me around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
So doing burning the CDs. So I was doing a show. I think some Golden Farm or something. He called
Yeah.
me and said, have you listened? Do you want all the songs on the CD? I said,
Yeah.
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 He said, even the 14 song. I said, yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's
Yeah.
very important and all
Yeah.
that stuff, because that's how I looked around, and then I finally found Amanda and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So he said, do one thing.
Huh.
You come home, listen to the songs,
Yeah.
and then he's already burnt around 20-25 CDs.
Okay.
And then I come back
Yeah.
home
Huh.
and I play the song, and then the
Yeah.
clip is there.
Yeah.
It's not the actual song.
Yeah,
okay?
I know,
do not
it's
sleep
this
with this one.
dialogue.
I do
Yeah,
not
yeah,
sleep
yeah.
with that one. So we had to. I think I still have one of the CDs. So then we scrapped the CDs and made the love songs and gave it.
So
to
there's a
the show.
major
Yeah.
disaster that was averted. Yeah.
So a few CDs we gave to a couple of, and couple of them used to call and say, "Bro, lovely collection."
But it's such a noble
Yeah,
gesture. I mean, no one
Spread
does
the,
it.
spread the love.
Yeah.
I don't know how
yeah.
many people
No,
fell in
even
love
to,
after that.
even
Yeah.
to this day, people don't think about such things.
Yeah, it was just family, so we
Yeah.
just made a few CDs and gave it to them.
Have you ever played any pranks on any other DJs, or have you been a part of a prank yourself?
Not really. We had a lot of fun. I mean,
Yeah.
pulling everybody's leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, work is, which has given me life. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said earlier,
Yeah.
right? I'm sorry to go back to that, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I was not even sure that I would live. That's
Yeah,
what the doctor
right,
said. I don't
right.
think he'll survive. But thanks to my sister and my entire family
Yeah.
who stood by
yeah.
me. So for me, it's
Yeah.
a second chance, second life. So
Yeah. And
and DJing gave me life.
yeah.
It gave me who I am today because of DJing. Like everyone said, what will you get out of DJing? But it gave me life, and not only gave me life, it's given so many other people and
Yeah, of
families
course.
life. I've taken
Yeah.
care. It's taken care of so many of us.
Yeah.
So DJing is something which is I didn't expect it to be this way,
Yeah.
but it's really nice. So I'm very focused when I go to work.
Amazing.
For me, that's my time. I
Yeah.
have to prove myself.
Yeah.
And for me, I want to tell all the new DJs also, every show should be your first show.
Absolutely.
The moment you
Absolutely.
think that's your first show, you will continue. No matter how many years, till today,
Correct.
I get nervous going on stage
Yeah.
because every day is my first show.
Yeah.
And like you said, most of the clients I played for 20 years, 27 years.
Yes.
So I have to prove myself every single time.
Right.
And,
Right. Yeah.
so-
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I playing for them the first time. So
Yeah.
that's why I survived.
Has anyone ever tried to bribe you to play their song on loop, non-stop? Yeah.
Yes, I actually did it at one event. Okay,
Yeah.
with the main boss
Huh.
who wanted only Hotel California, and and
The whole song from start to finish.
yeah, the acoustic version.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I did was I just pressed play,
Yeah.
and then it goes back and it will start again.
Yeah.
He only wanted to know any other song. I'm like, okay, I'm not getting paid anyway,
Yeah.
dude. What I care, yeah, this one. And sometimes there's guys who come, with the kind of request like, play free break. So
Free
you're
break.
like free break. Yeah, like you're a DJ, right? So
Yeah.
you have to figure out free break.
Yeah.
And then finally you play after one like half an hour you play. I want to break free. If you're doing a retro set, you'll say, yahi gana tha, yahi gana tha." Like okay. And then there'll be always in the audience.
Yeah.
There'll be one guy who comes and says, play this song, and everybody in the audience
Yeah.
wants it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I keep asking him, you did some survey or something. And some guys trying to hit on a girl. And earlier, okay, now some nice songs. Earlier it used to be Lady in Red. You'd be playing
Yeah.
Supir. Oh, ho, ho,
Yeah.
ho. And all suddenly, boss, Gana dala. acha hai." Then finally you'll see some chick in a red dress or something. There are many times it's happened.
Yeah.
Especially, thing. But I don't take a penny because the moment
Yeah.
you take a drink or,
Right.
or a thing, you become
Right.
obligated to it. I would play it
Yeah.
if they are nice, if they request nicely.
Superb. Yeah.
But if they show me attitude and all that, I generally don't play.
Right.
Yeah. But I'll not play a track only on loop. Maybe once or twice.
Back to
Because
back.
for me, every person on the dance floor is important. Some people think a DJ's job is just go play music, but they don't know the kind of effort,
Of
the
course.
sacrifice we make,
Of course.
so much of things which go into
Yeah.
putting a set. Or
What
putting
happens on
music.
stage is just 10% of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's your mind is working, and especially like we used to do long sets,
Correct.
3 hours, 7
Yeah.
hours, 8 hours we used to
Yeah.
play. So your mind is fully, throughout the day thinking like, in 8 hours you have to figure out whether you play that song earlier or not.
You're absolutely
yeah, so
right.
your mind is fully working.
Yeah.
You're mentally,
Correct.
struck. So
Right.
it's not just somebody standing behind a console and playing that. Somebody needs to know when to play the right song. You can play the same song, I can play the same song.
Yeah.
But the way they play it will be very
And
different.
when you play it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you play
yeah.
it, where you play it, and
Correct.
how you play it is
Correct.
important.
Correct. All of this comes only with experience. Yeah. And being an open format DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open for I
Yeah.
like versatile.
Yeah.
Because I realize at the end of the day, if I need to take care of my family, boss, I'll do anything.
Yeah. Like when I was in the UK and when I was DJing, I remember my first gig. I went and played in a stadium. Like this was the national stadium for Scotland. And in that, they had a black tie sit down dinner. That was my first gig. And straight out of Bangalore, boy goes and plays for like these 80 to 100
Awesome.
guests and plays only house music for 3.5 hours. And you'll not believe it, people danced only for 2 songs. One was Drop the Pressure, and other one was same lines. Okay. And I finished the gig, I got paid. That client was so sweet. He never said a word. Then my agent called me the next day and he's like, "What did you do last night?" Okay, and I said, "Nothing, I just went and played." And people didn't dance because I think they were having dinner. Then he's like, "I got such a bad review, man. Like, what did you play?" Then I said, "Okay, why don't you come home?" He came home, I showed him my playlist. He's like, "What is this?" Okay, I said, "This is house music." He's like, "Dude, please don't play this ever again." Then he pulled out a notepad. He created 7 to 8 genres. Top 40s, 70s, 80s, cheesy, disco, Scottish music, like that. He
Don't we also have cheesy music?
Yeah.
I also have a folder called cheesy music.
No, so he made that And then he started putting all songs under it, okay? And then he said, you go play this. Only play these songs just the way they are and it will work. Then my actual journey started. So then I downloaded those songs and I had no idea what these songs are, right? Then within those songs, I made a flow. Okay, so like by my third or fourth gig, I had built a flow. This guy was used to the traditional method of playing one song, then playing next song. So when I played, and then then he's like, okay, we can do this also, right? We can keep the flow going, you know, like so people don't stop dancing.
Like for me, I'll tell you, DJ Akil.
Yeah.
So there was a show in Shantiniketan. That time, a lot of big parties happened. So Akil, I was opening DJ, so I went and asked Akil, what shall I play? And this is exactly what Akil said.
Yeah.
Please understand, you see that old man dancing on the floor?
Yeah, you told me about this.
If you play a good song, he'll like it and go tell somebody else. And that's how word of mouth, your name will
Correct.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, and I took that really serious, what Akil says, and thanks to him.
Yeah.
So I said, what about you coming? He said, if the song is good, I'll play it again, don't worry.
Yeah.
And that opportunity, what he gave me, and it was a life lesson which I learned.
Right.
And I started playing for the crowd.
Yeah.
And that's how till today, I've never asked anybody for one show, whether it's my sound or my DJing. Only word of mouth, people have called me from across the globe and I've done shows. But thanks to Akil for that.
See, also your work speaks volumes for itself. Like if you're good at what you do, then you will automatically keep getting work and there's no need to ask anyone for work. Yeah. Yeah. You have DJed for Bollywood stars, you have DJed for celebrities, and you have DJed for corporate companies as well. How do you adapt your playlists for these different companies or different?
Starting, to be honest with you, I had no clue about Bollywood. That time Bollywood was not huge. So my first corporate gig, okay, I didn't even have CDs. Like I said, I'm come from a very poor background, right? So we couldn't own CDs and CDs were expensive. So I took a few CDs from the pub. I went to a dance bar called Brigade Gardens on Brigade Road.
Yeah.
And I've said this story many times. Before people who don't know this, how the journey started with my corporate world. So I told my friend, I'll pay you half the money. Yeah. I got some $1,500, $750 for him, $750 for me. I told him, just mark all the songs those girls dance to. So he circled, and I went and played that for my first VIP show for Wizcraft, who gave me the first opportunity to do a corporate gig. And then they called me again. I'm like, hey, this is better than like going full month to work.
This was in the year?
At least, early 1999 or something.
Wow.
96, 97.
Yeah. So we are rewinding 25 years back in time now.
So that's how my journey in Bollywood started. And I said, okay, people are vibing and I'm going to get paid for it. Let me figure out. So every day, I don't know, even now if I open my phone, any new song, I write the name because I'm not so good at it. And I write the name and then I used to get the CD.
Okay.
And then that's how I play. Sometimes I play Bollywood for 6-7 hours. Sometimes I don't know what I'm playing, but the crowd is having a good time. I am good. Like once I was playing in Goa.
Yeah.
And there was a guy who said, play it. Okay.
Yeah.
Play it. So I thought he's asking me for same alert something. So I'm like searching and those logics those days, like by the time you search and all that stuff. He's like, yeah. And then finally I found out he wanted a plate. I'm like, little language happened now. And then I said, plate to udhar mein DJ ho. So he kept on play it like, and he was a little high, so I'm like, Palat, okay, could be Palat, could be something. I'm like, okay, my Hindi was so bad, and I'm like, okay, fine. So that was I'll never forget that.
Is there like any technique that you follow to segregate your sets like differently for different crowds, or like do you just go with the flow?
So generally right now, if you see, it's become a very mixed crowd nowadays. It's not like how it in the corporate scene, especially even in the clubs also now. It's mostly 90% Bollywood and all that. And a lot of regional stuff also started. So
correct.
Like I said, if the crowd wants something, just give it to them, mix it up.
Exactly.
They come to have a good time and just finish it there.
Right. Yeah.
So I generally go see how it is, how the vibe is and all that stuff, and if I feel that song will work, I'll play it. Otherwise, just
correct.
Give it a skip and try to avoid it. Like sometimes you'll ask one fella, sir, play fast song. I'm sure you first come across that. or some guy would
When there's a Punjabi song playing and they'll come and ask play Punjabi.
you know, I must say something of Punjab. I mean, I love the music and all
Yeah.
that stuff. It's a party starter. It's
Yeah,
a vibe.
yeah.
So, but in all my career of 20, 30, 29 years, I think there are only twice a Punjabi guy, gentleman, came and
Yeah.
asked me for a rock song. Because if it's a Punjabi, he would only ask for a Punjabi song, which
So
I love.
so these are
Because
Sardar,
of
you are
Punjabi
saying.
songs, yeah, Sardar,
Yeah.
proper Sardar, right?
Yeah.
So because Punjabi gently and the music, that's what gives us bread and butter, right?
Yeah,
When you play a
yeah.
Punjabi song, you're rocking.
Yeah. And if you see a Punjabi walking
so
from
so
far
you're
away,
already in a mindset, you know. Okay, fine. Okay.
अब ये
अब ये
पंजाबी
Punjabi
पूछेगा.
पूछेगा, so oh, Sasre Khan and all. but yeah, he took me by surprise. So I'll never forget that. So I'm like, yes. Like, you know, and he was asking me for like Iron Maiden and Metallica and, you know,
Right.
some good Floyd and all that. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, wow. Doing a show in Malaysia,
Huh.
and there was a guy who came. Okay, he asked for request, 1 request, 2 requests. I played all those requests. Then he
Yeah.
started acting. He thought I was Malaysian.
Okay.
So he started, then 3-4 songs I refused to play. Because it was not in the flow. Because you're playing a long set, right? You need to keep the tempo going, right?
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
because this guy, whenever I could, I played his song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then he started.
He was a Malaysian guy.
No, he
No,
was an
Indian.
guy. Yeah.
Indian. Huh.
So he thought I was Malaysian,
Okay,
right? Because
huh.
I'm doing a show in Malaysia.
Yeah,
He doesn't know
yeah,
that first
yeah,
time I'm doing the
yeah.
show. Then he started abusing all language and
In
all that
Malaysian?
stuff. In Indian.
In Indian, okay.
Hindi,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
finally I lost it with him.
Huh.
I get one headphone. And then so I started, I'm a local Shivaji Nagar. I'm a local boy, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
full the local flow came out. He's like, "Aap kahan se hai?" I said, I'm Indian. I'm from India. Oh, next day it was a 3-day party. Okay.
He
Next
thought
day-
he was a Malaysian. That's why he was abusing in
in
Hindi.
Hindi. So then after the next day, that guy became my friend.
Huh.
Okay, he was controlling all the crowd. Nobody could come to me
Yeah.
without going through him.
Yeah.
he became the bouncer to handle the show. He was like, "Oh, aap Indian hai, pehle bola tha." I know. I said, I'm here for things. Starting, MC announced हमारा DJ India से this
हाँ.
one DJ Lloyd from Bangalore.
They didn't hear
He is,
that.
दारू पी रहा था. I forgot about
yeah.
it. So after that way, some strangers became good friends. And he was a bouncer. I was happy that session happened because next 2 days he didn't allow anybody to
hassles.
trouble me.
No hassles. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was like, "Arre," and he became the star because what happened is, if I say okay, then he'll play the song. So the people thought he's going and asking, and that's why I'm playing it, and
Yeah.
he was feeling happy.
Yeah.
But I was feeling happy because nobody else is
Yeah.
coming. So sometimes you have to use these tricks.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. Anything that works in our favor.
Yeah.
We also know that you have played for multiple Premier Leagues. Okay. You have played for the IPL.
Yeah.
You have played for KPL. So what was your experience, like during these?
Playing in the
Shows.
stadium is amazing, but it keeps you on your toes.
Right.
It
Yeah.
keeps you every second. You're not watching. You only watch the ball where it's going.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
1 second you miss something, you'll be jacked. Because all is live, right, on
Got
TV
it.
and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And then I used to have fun playing all our Kannada songs and all
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
cheerleaders and
Yeah.
Santoshaki, all
Yeah.
those cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Those days, I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So I'm one of the first few guys who started playing full Kannada and in the stadium, like
Brilliant.
KPL
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I used to love, so that used to be a pastime, suddenly watching cheerleaders from doing
Yeah.
Santoshaki. And I'm a local boy as well, so played a lot of Kannada. It was nice. Nice.
But
Good
getting
genre of music
Yeah.
because you're playing at clubs. There's a different vibe.
Correct.
You're playing at a stadium, 30,000-40,000 people.
Yeah.
So if you want, and the majorities are local people, right? And Northeast and Indians basically, right?
Yeah.
So any music which is like local gets
Yeah.
them going.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
No matter how many house 100 songs you
Whatever
play,
you play, no
you
matter what
just
you
play the tapangkud
Yeah.
beat, the party
Yeah.
is rocking, and the stadium used to
Erupt.
erupt with
Yeah.
just one song.
Insane.
And yeah, like
Goosebumps.
Shivaraja Kumar song we used to play, no? When any of that, when RCB was winning.
Tagaru Bantu
Oh no, Odi Maga,
Odi Maga, Odi Maga.
They are
Yeah.
hitting, right?
Yeah.
The crowd would go crazy. And after that, I did it for a while. Then I couldn't travel much, so
Yeah.
I quit
Yeah.
doing all that.
Yeah.
And actually, you can check with the DJ who's doing it right now, Chetan. Me after 2 days,
Yeah.
after 2 3 matches, and said, "How
Yeah.
do you manage?" So every match, I actually literally told him how to go about it. He was very appreciative that even though that he's like
Very
taken my
nice.
job,
You actually
I
mentored him.
shared my
Yeah.
experience with
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
and he called back and said thank you. He's
Yeah.
still doing all the shows,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he said, bro, you were supposed to do these things. I said, I've done it, done and dusted.
No,
I'm
that's
happy,
so amazing.
and
That's so
if
amazing.
it's
Yeah.
and we all friends, bro. At the end of
Yeah.
the day, see, we have one life to live it
Yeah.
and share whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah.
And all these small things make a difference in life. Today, Chetan
Yeah.
and me are still friends, and the tremendous respect. He's
Yes.
taken it to the next level.
Everyone brings their own
Yeah,
dimensions.
exactly. But
on top of it, yeah.
during that time, like there's somebody who mentored me, somebody who
Correct.
Jashmeet was real, helped
Yeah.
me a lot.
Yeah.
DJ Jashmeet, and even now whenever I have a problem, like I either chat up with you or with Jashmeet,
Yeah. Yeah.
and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So we all relate and connect with. We've been there, done that,
Yeah.
passed the mill, gone
Correct.
through all the rocky roads. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we still remain friends. The thing is, I think with all of us, to be honest, you take Ivan, you take Clement, or Jashmeet,
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
a couple of other DJs are there. All of us stayed grounded. We stayed humble. When I first started doing corporates and all that stuff, Casey, me, Vijay, Harish,
Yeah.
we all had this thing. Well, Casey used a lot of corporates with me.
Yeah.
Casey also could DJ, by the way. Yeah, VJ Casey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But we always had this thing. We looked out for each other. All of us looked out for each other.
Yes.
Like he said, I would say, like, you take care of your stuff, I'll take care of my stuff. Our
Yeah.
families are
Yeah.
taken
Yeah.
care of. So that's why we all,
Yeah.
built
Yeah.
this industry together.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Industry,
Yeah.
like the event industry in Bangalore
Yeah,
30 years
correct.
back.
Yeah.
We all literally built it together, and we looked after one another. We made sure that if I made money, he also made money, because
Yeah.
we never thought just about him. We were thinking like family. We all one family.
Correct.
So it was
Right?
new
Yeah,
to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the beauty is, I think I was in a nice golden era where we all looked after each other, shared,
Yeah.
respected one another.
On that note itself, Jasmeet had a question for you. He says that you spend a lot of time in Thailand. So what's the reason?
I've done more than I'll be open with you. I've been
Yeah.
gone there some 42 times, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, out of that, I've done some 30 shows. So a lot of corporate parties
Right.
happen there.
Yeah.
And if you remember earlier, I said I love to shop.
Yeah. So what
So
better place to
what
shop?
a better place to shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, my wife, my kids, you ask them which destination they want to. They've been to the US, they've been everywhere, like 1 month to Bahamas.
Yeah.
I've taken them
Yeah.
everywhere, okay?
Yeah.
But they like Thailand. I'm like, please, let's not go there. Okay? And to be honest, everyone think, oh, good massage and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate body massage. I end up with more pain. I love a foot massage because of my leg, and I
Yeah.
shop like crazy.
Huh.
You can ask my friend Felix if you're
Yeah.
going to watch this,
Yeah.
and Mr. Salim Seth, and Arun Ramosa, and Satish. Beyond, whenever I go to Thailand,
Yeah.
to walk from here like half a kilometer, not in half a kilometer, 100 meters or even 200, 300 meters, I say my leg is paining, I try and take an auto. I would start shopping in Thailand. You can shop throughout the night.
Yeah. I know.
Okay?
I know. Yeah.
Sometimes I start at 5 in the morning. I would walk the whole day. They will be tired. And then I
Okay.
will be like, Bob, 2 minutes, Bob.
Yeah.
I call Salim Bob. So I'll
Yeah.
come back with 40, 50 t-shirts and shoes and the works. See,
Yeah.
in the beauty about Thailand is it's easy on the pocket.
Yes.
You feel at home. You get
Yes.
good food.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people generally think you go to Thailand is to have boom boom. You
Yeah.
can do that anywhere. You can do
From-
that in Bangalore.
Yeah.
You can do that in any country.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
It's the mindset.
You're right. You're right.
And like I said, my entire family loves to go there
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's all, like right now we go for a festival called Songran.
Songkran,
I
yeah.
think Thailand tourism must have a look at me. I've been promoting you. Every year
Wow.
I go for Songran.
Oh,
Me
okay.
and Salim.
Yeah.
And so the first time I went was we had a show there. And before the Songran. And then
Okay.
when I came out, next day I thought I'll do some shopping. I came out of the hotel, they pasted me with water.
Ah.
Like, what the hell,
Yeah.
What you do?
Ah.
Okay. Then, no, Mitta, this is my festival. And then they were throwing water. And then I said, to hell with this shopping.
Yeah.
We
Let's
bought
go
some
play.
guns.
Yeah. And you also-
Water guns. Yeah,
Yeah.
water guns.
Yeah.
And then we started playing. It was so much of fun. You felt like kids,
Kids.
like
Yeah.
fighting with people on the opposite street, shooting people. It was like really like your whole like
Insane.
yeah. Like I said, I'm a local boy. Still, I still fly kite, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my free pastime. So
Yeah.
I've been born and brought up playing kites, marbles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
How did you feel when someone told you that they reacted to your music only by feeling the vibrations because they could not hear the sound?
oh yeah, they actually DJed for a party like that.
Okay.
For example, my nephew
Yeah.
self is hearing impaired,
Okay.
and he can hear 5% of the hearing it. But such an amazing guy. He was a bachata champion in India.
Wow.
He also learned Bharatanatyam. His
Okay.
name is Nicholas Nero,
Yeah.
and his dad stayed back and taught him how to lip read.
Okay.
And he also dances, a professional salsa dancer.
Okay.
Won competitions in India with the normal people. So there was a wedding I DJed for, and it was so amazing because you actually they dance to the vibration of the music. They actually feel the music and dance, and I thought that was very touching
Right.
because when I went to my nephew's graduation in Gallaudet University in the US, I'll never forget what he said. Welcome to my world. And then I realized how they feel in our world.
Yeah. Yeah. Of
Because
course.
you know what? They were just doing science and they
Right.
could understand each
Yeah.
other. And you were left,
Yeah. Yeah.
blank.
Yeah.
That's exactly how they feel. And I think that wedding really did something to me. Yeah. That day I made a little, I put the bass a little more.
Yeah. That's what
so
I
they
was
can
thinking.
feel
Yeah. Yeah. The
the
song, the
sound and all
punch,
the
a
other
little
punch
more
and
in
all
the
that
song.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
Right.
dancing, they have their own ways. The senses
Of
are
course.
much more better
Yeah.
than ours, right?
Correct.
So they would feel, I mean, I really don't know how they do it, but
Beautiful.
yeah, those are things. That's why I remember them till today. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So a lot of music, like I said earlier, when everything else fails, music speaks.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
that's it. If you're sad, you're happy, the music's for everything. Yeah. So
Beautiful. Looking back at your journey, okay, is there anything that you would have done differently?
I would think, if I had to do my, social media and advertising and, act a little cocky, people would have respected me a little more and give me some more credit. Yeah.
But,
But
yeah.
I think sometimes you stay humble and people take advantage of it because
Yeah.
I've seen, lesser artists who have come and showed
Yeah.
so much of attitude.
Yeah.
But you do jack shit. I'm sorry to say
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the day, you take over and put the night through.
Yeah.
But still, some people, like I'm telling you, sometimes I pay for 6-7 hours.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've saved so many parties from.
Yeah.
I know what I mean.
Yeah.
The people who are listening to it also would know.
Yeah.
But you hardly get a thank you.
Yeah.
You know,
Of course.
because-
We were
yeah,
speaking
because-
about it earlier
Yeah,
on.
because
as
it's
well.
like you don't value. Basically, I didn't value myself. I did
Yeah.
not value the art and craft what I bring to the table, right? So I always thought it's like there's a thing. Like again, I go back to another DJ called DJ Lloyd from Bombay, the
Yeah.
Bombay Bounce. So he travels with Sonu Nigam. So
Yeah.
we were doing a show again back in Pattaya.
Yeah.
The first time I met him, and so everyone thought he was going to DJ for the party, and then I was good.
Yeah.
People who know me started DJing for the party. Then I met DJ Lloyd that just released a couple of tracks also.
Yeah.
Bombay Bounce, and he
Yeah.
was big, so I was happy to meet him. So then after the show, during
Yeah.
the show, so he saw like he had everything going and all that stuff.
Hmm.
Then he called me. He was a little upset with me.
Yeah.
He said, "I want to speak to you."
Yeah.
And again, good advice. He said,
Yeah.
"I am here, and the client still, wants you
Asking
to
for
play."
yeah.
I called him on stage and said, DJ Lloyd, what a wonderful name he has. And all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
So I called him on stage
Yeah.
and he gave me some brilliant advice.
Yeah.
He said, you need to learn how to, let people respect who you are. So I took a few little things
Beautiful.
from that and changed a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said, if the clients are calling you back again,
Yeah.
have some value for yourself. He really,
Yeah.
think. And I've never met him after that much.
Right.
But I connected with him. But these are few of the people I remember. I'm talking about 15, 20 years back who gave me some good advice.
Yeah.
And I tried to use it a bit and it helped me a lot.
Between club shows or corporate shows, which kind of shows would you be more inclined to play for?
I've always loved playing in a club, bro.
Yeah.
So earlier corporates were really good. Nowadays they are good. The thing is, here I play what the crowd wants. So
Correct.
yeah,
Correct.
in a club I could experiment a little bit.
Yeah.
So as
Yeah.
a artist point of view
Yeah.
and the creative point of view
Yeah.
could be a little more on a club side
Right.
than the corporates. Like corporates, you need to maintain a certain
Yeah.
balance,
Correct.
and they're there because those guys
Correct.
are working. They are mentally,
Yeah.
they are mentally not working late hours and a lot of things which happen.
Yeah.
So they're mentally stable. They just want to just let loose. So
Right.
just give them what they
Right.
want, let them be
Right.
happy. But when it comes to creative side, I think a little bit on
You can push your
yeah,
sound
do
more. Yeah.
something little different,
Yeah.
or play a
Right.
set and maybe play what you want to play. Yeah.
Yeah. What's one piece of advice you would give to aspiring DJs today?
So the first thing is,
Yeah.
it's okay to have passion.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at one point of time, your passion should pay the bills. So you need to stay focused. You
Yeah.
need to stay committed. There's a lot of sacrifice. Eventually, your foundation should be strong. Your
Yeah.
building will stand. If your foundation is not strong, no matter what you do, that building will all be shaky. And right now, we need to be versatile. Very few DJs make it in playing only one genre. On the long run, you need to be versatile. If you want to make money at the end of the day, like I said, passion is one thing, talent is one thing,
Yeah.
but that passion and that talent has to pay the bills one day.
Absolutely.
If it doesn't do that, you need to have plan B.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is my thing. Yeah.
So we know that one client has been calling you back to back for the last 20 plus years. Okay. So can you just give us a quick walkthrough of this journey and what is it that makes the client keep calling you back?
So I'll tell you the client. It's
Yeah.
the Tata Group, Tanishq, Titan. Yeah, they've been, they have a very special place in my heart
Beautiful.
because
Yeah.
I've experienced so much of things through them. I've seen so many countries. I have so much of fond memories. At the end of the day, you live for memories, right?
Wow. Yeah.
And I've some of the best memories in my life is playing DJing for them. That's where I learned to play for 8 hours, 10 hours. The longest I think was 14 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've done
14
everything.
hours
Yeah.
non-stop.
No.
No.
Yeah. You can say the first 8 hours was first 6 hours was walk in and walk out music,
Yeah.
fanfare and
Yeah.
awards music,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then around 8 hours stretch
Okay. Okay.
on the stretch.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a full day.
Yeah. 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 Correct.
So
Yeah.
14 hours. Yeah, I think the longest I've done, I think around 10 hours on the stretch. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Titan, has given me so much to remember, and I thank the entire team. Auspice Craft used to do it, then Phase 1 used to do it. So I even thank them.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that, I must be doing something right for them to call me back. In fact, 2 weeks back, I did a show for them. And
Wow.
it was a 5-hour set. Yeah. Yeah, so I've seen people who were like sales reps to become executive directors. I've seen people actually go through the thing or even retire. I think I need a lifetime achievement award.
Absolutely. You should
Yeah.
be the brand ambassador.
So
for them.
I'm not sure. They've called me for 28 or 29 years.
Wow.
I've been the DJ, and most of the clients, Allergan,
Yeah.
Titan, couple of events, companies.
Yeah.
Apart from Phase 1, Witchcraft, and most of the companies I work with,
Right.
it's always been a long journey with them.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And that's the beauty. The beauty is there are people who have come, people have gone. Many guys have tried to even, a few, like after lockdown, I think last 2 years back or 1 year back, somebody
Yeah.
said that I stopped DJing and I can't DJ anymore because of my leg and all the stuff.
They spread rumors
They
about
spread
you.
rumor. They
Yeah.
try to, some people, there are
Yeah.
some
They'll
bad people.
always be those.
But like I
They'll
said,
always
yeah,
be those.
but
Yeah.
like I said, it comes and goes. And then when the client actually saw me, I don't want to say which client, when they saw me, they're like at another show, at
Yeah.
another event, come
Yeah.
and blocked me, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Lloyd, you're still DJing?" I said, "Yes. I've just traveled. I just come back," and they're
Yeah.
like, "Wow, it's so nice to have you and all that stuff. You're different."
Yeah.
So you get some good elements, bad elements, all part
Yeah.
and parcel of
Yeah.
life, and you just move on,
Yeah.
and you're still surviving.
Yeah.
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 Most of the clients are been with me for a long time. I mean,
Superb.
as much as I am loyal to them, they are loyal to me as well, and that's the blessing. And
It works both ways. Yeah.
Like I always
Yeah.
tell people, money will come, money will go,
Yeah.
but the memories we take,
And
and that's
your
what you
name.
should cherish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Do a good job, get out of there. Like for young DJs and all that stuff. When you go to work, treat it as a very special place.
Yeah.
Hold your respect. Walk out so
Correct.
people remember you for the good things and not the bad things.
Yeah.
And these small little things will have people call you back.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, on that note, I think we come to an end of episode 3 of the Vic Fix. Lloyd, it was so much fun having you in the studio, and we have got such wonderful insights. And I have personally always looked up to you for your work ethics and the passion that you bring to the field, and also like how you manage to stand out and carve your own way in an industry in which people are either like trying to constantly break your back or try to pull you down, but you have just kept soaring ahead, and we really wish that you reach more heights,
Thank you.
and continue to keep inspiring people like us and all the DJs.
And I want to thank Vic. He's been really, so nice to see the studio. I'm saying this again.
Yeah.
And Vic is also, become started work on his own. He was working in a good company, but he's doing it on his own. He's doing really well. He's doing brilliantly well.
Thank you.
He stayed
thank you.
focused. And today I'm happy sitting in the studio. 2 years back,
I'm
we met
so
outside.
happy. Yeah.
And he has such a beautiful house and a beautiful place. Yeah.
Thank
So I'm
you.
really proud of Vic. And like I said, guys, we all been through the mill.
Yes.
And
And we are still going
here.
through it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
still going through it every day.
Yeah, every day is
Yeah.
a challenge and every day is fun. But take the memories back home.
Yeah.
That's
Life
all I
is
said.
made of moments like these. So,
Yeah.
Lloyd, thank you so
And
much.
Jashmit, you want to
Thailand.
come to Thailand.
Thank you so much.